I never remember. How many months have we been doing this? And I always forget to pull up the zodiac signs because after Aquarius, I'm like Pisces. Hi, everybody. Scorpio. That doesn't go after Pisces, but you know. Happy what is it, Tuesday evening for everybody?
Okay, got my notification.
Happy Tuesday, happy August freaking.
It's August. It is August. It is August 2021.
What the hell happened?
It's August.
That's some disrespectful shit. I'm sorry.
It is August.
It's freaking August. So I was having this I was having a very conversation with my niece over the weekend. And I was like, hey, baby, you know, do you have fall break this year? She's like, yeah, it's okay. You know, listen, wild idea. Why don't you fly up to DC? If your parents are okay with it, you know, I'll pick you up from the airport. I will take you to go look at Howard. I'll take you to look at Georgetown and George Mason. I don't know why she's applying to all three of these damn schools, knowing she'd probably go end up at the community college down the street. But I'm gonna let this little girl live and have her dream, right? Because I didn't really get to do that. So I was like, I'm gonna go take you. She's like, oh, okay. I said, but here's the hitch and the giddy up. I know your mammy. Your mammy's gonna sit around and go, oh, because she's got that Pisces brain where I love Pisces, but they live in a completely alternate universe than the rest of us sometimes. So I'm like, hey, you know, talk to your mom and see, because you know, time is gonna fly by. She's like, well, auntie, it's only June. I said, sweetie, it's August 1st. Fall break is in like 4 weeks.
Yeah. Tomorrow, basically.
She's like, you would think she'd be excited because she's like, oh, I'm gonna see that's close to graduation. She went, oh hell. I was like, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
My oldest niece, I remember her coming home from the hospital. She was a tiny little baby, and I gave her bottle. I was so excited because I never fed a baby before, and she's like 28. Like,
how was that 28 years ago?
No, I did not age 28 years since you've been born. I know I did. Now, I don't joke about being a vampire, but I know I did not age 28 years.
I remember when my niece was born, because that's when I stopped doing I said ho shit. I said it out loud. I caught myself because I was going to say something else. I was supposed to something. Well, I said it. I want to hoe. I was just ratchet. So that's when I remember so I was like, oh wow, it's been 17 years since I retired from that life.
Yeah, not that long. I lived in Las Vegas. Everything stayed there though, so it was all right.
Did you like living in Vegas?
I loved living in Vegas, but I was 19 when I moved there, and so I had no rules and no parents because my mother died. As morbid as that sounds, but it's like
you were just on your own.
I was footloose and fancy free, so it's like, you know, do what you want to do. I stayed out all night and came home in the morning like everybody else did.
Mm-hmm. Wow!
And I had a full beard, so I could go wherever I wanted to. Everywhere. You want to drink? No, I'm actually 17, but no.
It's like The Rock. Have you seen that show, The Rock show? Everybody thought he was a teacher. He's like, I'm 15.
But he's 6 foot, 17 foot 12. It's like,
Where is your favorite place? Okay, without giving too much self-incriminating details, where was your favorite place to hang?
The Gold Nugget.
Oh.
Well, there was this club, I guess you could call it, called Shark Fin at the time too. That one, because it had that clubby, I don't know, kind of new age and people who eat cucumber sandwiches kind of feel. It had a blue light to it, and then that's all, you know, it wasn't real music. But it's where everybody was. But it was a people watching expedition for me. I didn't actually know anybody in there. but everybody in there act like they ain't got no morals at all. And so it was a lot to see for 19 years old.
Yeah, that's a learning experience.
You grew up a lot.
I am literally in the den of the devil. It's like, I love this right now, though. But I know
watch them do it. Yeah, not have to pay any consequences.
I mean,
Yeah,
that don't go
Yeah.
there. That's gonna break. You keep putting that in there like that. So it was it was one of them places. Mhm. I'm like, okay,
okay, well,
this is interesting. I'm going home after this. Don't
I'm taking and taking a bleach bath.
I'm Christian. I don't know nothing about this.
Ooh, I love it.
But it was fun.
The golden
It was
nugget.
supposed to be.
Y'all, I always think of when I think of Vegas and Reno, I think of Circus, and I just dated myself because don't nobody.
I went in there twice because
Is it not there anymore?
Oh, it's still there. I was thinking because they just had a shoot 'em up bang bang at the Circus.
Lord.
And, everybody was running out, but it was long. But I was thinking because when you're saying golden nugget, I was thinking, oh yeah, and I was thinking proximity. I was like, oh, and Circus, and
Yeah, the first place I stayed there when we went to Vegas was the Pink Flamingo.
memories.
It doesn't exist anymore, but oh my gosh, that place smelled like old smoke from the 30s.
It was trapped in a car.
It's trapped everywhere, and it's trapped in the machines too. You'll never get that smell out.
Never. Awful. Oh, it was awful. I was like, I can't stay in here. I can't stay in here.
Connie, why you gotta call me out? We know Circus is run down, and we know it's ratchet. I didn't say it wasn't. What I said was, hence the shoot 'em up bang bang activity that happened there. I was just saying. It made me think of the Circus back in the day.
I've been in there twice because I thought it was until I figured out that every hotel is pretty much the same on the inside. So they just change on the outside. And I'm like, clowns walking around. the love store, ain't no mommies walking around. It's like, what's the attraction? Ain't nobody at least dressed up like Cleopatra. Okay, then forget it.
No.
Find the clubs or something. You can't, walk around the casino. They're all tables and slot machines.
Basically, and half naked waitresses.
That's it.
Who look miserable.
That's because their lungs is black.
Because they're tired of people pinching them on their butts all the time. My gosh.
They get paid. It is not enough. They get paid. It is not enough. I promise we're going to get into the horoscope readings. I was doing some chitting and chatting. Starting off with thank you so much, Toni, for joining us. Thank you so much, Johnie, for joining me again. I haven't scared you off. It's been 8 months. Thank you. Honestly, thank you. Toni, we're having you back because, last time you were here in ghost spirit. So now we're going to for real.
Bless your hearts, as they
Bless
say.
your whole spirit.
Bless your hearts.
Oh man, I was feeling it.
Don't go nowhere.
We got you. We here. I lit all kinds of candles. we gonna be all of this is protected tonight. Damn it.
I got the world's stinkiest incense, but I ain't putting it out.
And then today, my live was like delayed. It was just like I think we finally got a handle on it, and we figured it out because we can't do the wireless anymore. It's too unreliable.
Mine's like that. It is always right at the best part of a show or something. It's like internet unreliable. I was like,
mine did that on a reading I recorded it. I still posted it, so it's gonna come up for all those who want to put. What did you say? It blinked out. I know it did. I watched it back, and right when I said something important, because it was actually the crust of the reading. I said what I was going to read about, and that's the part that blinked out. So I put it in the title because you wouldn't have known what the heck I was talking about otherwise because it blinked out. It's like it got that whole pixelated face and then it came back and then I just was talking about something else. All of a sudden.
And the peak of nights, and you're like, what? What did we get here? Like, yeah.
Then it was one of them ones where I was like extra judgy on top of that. So
good commentary we missed.
Yes, that's what I was doing. It's the pastor that said you can't come in his church if you're wearing a face mask. I did a reading on him that's coming at some point, and that whole part blinked out when I was talking.
Oh gosh, I can't wait to see that because that guy. Cuckoo Puffs.
He's special.
And he was, I mean, lit in that, like, he brought that same energy. I called her Paula White. Thank you so much, Marie, for the super chat. Where she was like, and the demons or the angels of South Africa and the angels of, like, he brought that same energy that she had, but with, like, you go wear a mask. I was like,
yeah. You wear a mask in his church, you're getting put out.
We don't do that political stuff in here. And I'm like,
wait a minute. So it doesn't really matter to me what his faith is, but if he has a church and he's turning people away, that is a church you do not want to go to.
No, you don't.
That's a church that is not forgiving. That is a church that is not for you.
Not in the least bit. Is crazy, but so we'll watch that reading when it comes out. And while we're speaking of readings and watching, if most of you are already subscribed, if you are not, please go subscribe to Toni at Shining Hawk Healing. Go check out Johnie's just did. Oh my God, which video? It was the not the Alan Weisselberg. Oh, I just watched the one that I just watched a little while ago, which was half the reason I was daggum late to my own live stream. Oh, which video was it? It was okay. Was it the Weisselberg? I think it had to be the Weisselberg one. I was cracking. I was like, you said something. I was like, ooh, that was petty and hilarious at the same time. So go check him out. Toni and Johnie and Sienna Rose just did a live stream. Toni at 2. So go back and watch that recording, please, and thank you.
Thank you.
Please. Other than what housekeeping items do you two have before we start getting into what we're doing tonight?
Saturday we'll be live again with Jody Roberts. That's the only thing I got.
I have another show next week, and I have a video coming out on Nancy Pelosi and what's her rival's name? McCarthy. So keep an eye out for that.
Okay. Yes, Saturday night we will be live back on my channel, 7 p.m. I think, give or take.
Yes.
7 o'clock with Jody Roberts doing part 2 of Mama Earth Intergy. I have questions that I have a feeling that Jody's going to make me take away, but I'm going to do them anyway because it's my show and I'm going to do what I want. With that, let's get into tonight's reading. So you guys know we like to switch it up every month. This month, I caught myself being kind of prepared. Here's what we're going to do. This month, it is all about energies. What themes the energy going to be for this month? What energies do you need to clear and be cognizant of and work on? Your shadow self and your unshadow self. And what wisdoms are you going to gain this month? So it's a little package of what are some themes? What do you need to clean up, clear out, keep cleaning, and in the process of doing all of that, what wisdom is Spirit trying to have you gain this month? All right. So let's get into it, starting with Aquarius. Yeah, getting that energy ready. Yes.
Aquarius.
The dawning of the age of Aquarius. Y'all up?
It's you. It's all you, Aquarius.
It sure is. Lord Kettle, I got your email. I read it. I just didn't get a chance to respond. I will respond shortly. Hi, lucky girl. I think you sent me. No, I sent you an email. Interesting. So, Toni, get us started, if you will, ma'am. What are the themes for this month?
So the theme for Aquarius is for this month, pay attention to your physical body. You know, your Aquarius is like the circulatory system and things like that. Take care of your legs, take care of, give yourself, pamper yourself, give yourself, pedicures and things like that. Soak your feet if you're on your feet all day. Just take care of yourself, pamper yourself, and forgive yourself. Give your physical body is at issue here. That's the theme, and forgiveness is a really good way to balance out your heart chakra, and then be careful about what you express, and and to compound that, what your communication is. So the words that you speak, make sure that they're words that you really mean, not hurtful words, not just don't spout out anything that comes out of your mind. And be careful, and just take care of your physical body this month. And that is what I can say is the theme.
While you're taking care of your physical body, take care of your spiritual body as well. What are the things that you need to work on? How is your connection with spirit right now? I also call the crown chakra the we chakra. These are the roots of the me chakra, your grounding, your security, your connection to earth. The crown chakra is the we chakra, your connection to others and your connection to spirit, particularly divine consciousness. Have you been in a period lately where you're like, God, why me? Or why are you putting me through this? Or why am I experiencing this? When you question it, him, spirit, whatever, it will show itself to you. There's a message you need to be learning. So instead of questioning and forsaking and feeling victimized, talk to your guides, talk to whatever spirit energy that you choose to believe in. And even if you choose not to believe in a higher power, that's still a choice, and there's still something that you can work with. So strengthen your relationship with the we chakra, the crown chakra, the divine consciousness. Am I being guided to and through something? Instead of am I being put through something, is the question you should be asking. You also need to work on your I'm looking right at the freaking card, and my brain went, you are not going to talk. And you just said throat chakra, because I've got Aquarius in one of my house risings, sleepies, something. So my throat chakra, I was unable to speak at that precise moment. Okay, let's try this again. I'm looking right at the cat snatching cards. Focus also on what images and messages you're getting through your psychic abilities, and how are those images that you're getting, how are they affecting your energy in your solar plexus and how you act. So am I getting dreams that they're telling me, like last night I had a dream about a lizard and domestic violence. Very odd things to have dreams about, but they were dreams nonetheless. Are they telling me something? And do I need to change how I act in accordance to whatever psychic hits, intuition, messages, themes that I'm getting? So work on your connection to spirits. Also work on how you receive and perceive information and how you act as a result of that. And also creativity. Be creative. Stop stunting your own creative growth. That is from a physical health standpoint. That is all about your sacral chakra. When you have a blocked sacral chakra, there's a whole bunch of that. I'm gonna be real honest. Your sacral chakra is underneath your belly button. It's close to your genital. You don't want that to start failing on you at an inappropriate time, like to your boo thing.
No shark fan club for you.
So when you block your creativity, that gets blocked up in other ways physically. So just pay attention to that, because Viagra kind of can't help the it can help creativity, but you don't want it to get to that point.
It's not a long-term solution.
This show ain't.
So, take care of your physical and your spiritual body. You also, I get going in circles. There are things that you know that will take care of your physical and spiritual body, that you know will. And you do them at one point, and then you fall off, and then you do other things you shouldn't do, and then you stop doing that. Because that's the rubber band. You don't need to keep, because it's going to pop one day. Stay disciplined. That's, now mind you, okay, that's the hardest thing in the world for some people to do, but I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm here to tell you what the cards say. Stay disciplined. Keeping what matters. The things that work. The things that work. Yes, it may be outdated like a floppy disk, but everything does not need to change. Things that work, keep working with it. You can add to as you get older because maybe you have plateaued at a certain place or whatever. But when you know something works, keep it for your physical and spiritual well-being. You only have one body, one spiritual body, one physical body. Never mind reincarnation and I'll get it right later. No, you got one life, one body. Do what you need to do. Keep it together.
Because trust me, you're not going to come back in the next life remembering so you can pick up where you left off in this life. That's not how that works, boo-boo. It isn't. Toni, did you have a moment? I think she got the whole just water dripping down.
Oh, you have a hole in your lip. I get that.
Yeah, that happens.
That's why I'm wearing a different shirt from the one I had on earlier, because there's something on it that wasn't on it originally. So
it'd be like that sometimes, y'all.
Yeah, let's just change. I got 1,400 shirts, put on a different one.
Put them on. Try it again. Thank you guys, all 94 of you who have joined. We just got it started. We just kicked off with Aquarius, and we are on Pisces next. So Pisces, what are some things that are going to happen for you this month? What energies do you need to cleanse and clear and be aware of for this month? And what spiritual wisdom can you gain this month? Toni, you're still on mute, sweetie.
I love Pisces.
I love them too. They're very interesting people.
Did you guys hear me say I was trying out my new lips?
No,
that's a good one. Like either she wasted or she caught the vapors. What's happening? Something's wrong.
I feel like that.
She gonna try it again. Why is she laughing at that? Go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
I got it this time. They's working now.
Got it. And it always, like, you always dribble something when you're either in front of somebody you're attracted to or people that you don't need to, like, I'm about to tell a very embarrassing story. So I told y'all I had to go into the office last week and work with my boss people for the first time like a year and a half. And I had to do a presentation weeks after dyeing my hair purple. So I'm like, okay. So, did well. I'm in the office with my boss and her boss, and we recapping. And it's like they're giving me my dap and my props. I'm like, yes. And I had taken my mask off for a second. And I'm talking to them, and this big glob of snot just went, and I was wearing this silky blue shirt, so you couldn't even hide it. It was a big and then I was like, oh, so I tried to do this. I got to play it off. And then I was like, yeah, it's so. And then the other nostril went. And then the second time, it landed on my nipple. At that point, I was like, oh, I looked at my boss and her boss, who is this uber Christian conservative white guy. I went, fuck it, I'll be right back.
I would have become an atheist in that very moment right there. Because how can you let this happen to me?
It was the second one that ended up on my nipple because you couldn't deny it. It was like drip, drip. I was like, well.
Mine is always spit because I get real juicy mouthed a lot. And it's like I have, especially if I just ate something, a part of it gonna fly across the room while somebody looking at me talking.
You gonna see the
as long as it don't hit nobody, that's the worst. If you hit on somebody, it's like, damn, yeah. I gotta get that off of you, but we can't ignore like I didn't do it.
Can't ignore it. Shrapnel of spit just flew out.
Yeah. Corn chips all over the room. Yeah. What's wrong with you?
I was just like, all that work, all that, like all those props that I just gained for being the weird black chick to stand up and do this bomb ass presentation in front of all of these conservative.
The mask though, it makes it so humid and you can't help but your nose run right afterwards.
I hope so, because I don't know. I didn't even have a lie. I was just like, look, I'm gonna get it. And I'm just trying to rub it out. I'm not even going to rub it out. And it was long. It was slow. It was
like, sad day in the city.
Pisces. What energy surrounds you this month?
Okay, so Pisces. So, what I want to say to you is the theme is stability and security. So, watch your money. Mm-hmm. Watch, take care to make sure that your all of the things that your bank accounts, your all of your important papers and everything are in order. If you are not necessarily that neat and coordinated, try to find somebody who can come in and organize all of your things for you so that you know exactly what's going on with your finances, with everything that keeps you safe, and make sure that you're expressing the truth of the matter, not only to other people necessarily, maybe family members or whatever, but to yourself. Are you overspending, or are you whatever it is, whatever you might be doing that could put this in jeopardy? Just pay attention to that. Heart chakra is very important for you right now. If you are not as organized as you'd like, forgive yourself and hire somebody to do it. Divine consciousness, keep that in your mind, in the back of your mind, because you're getting messages about where you should go as far as your financial health is concerned. So keep an eye or meditate. Make sure that you are recording your dreams, all of that. Make sure that your stability and your security comes first this month.
Yep, I would agree with that theme because it's going to play out in something that you need to work on this month. Root chakra, particularly your health too, as well. And that goes into everything that Toni just said: your spiritual health, your physical health, your financial health. This one particularly is holistic health, but really the root chakra is all about how secure do I feel right now? Because ultimately we're always secure. We're divinely guided. We're divinely connected. Everything we need, our needs will be met once we trust and remember that we have this connection to the root chakra. So pay attention to that, particularly your health, your financial health. Normally this holistic health card actually means like guts and innards and whatnot and drippy nose, but let's call this one the WHOLE, holistic health. How is your finances? How is your physical health? Like Toni said, so let's use this as the all-encompassing root chakra health. You also need to work on your relationships. Go towards people to kiss them. Don't go towards them to, like Johnie said, spittle in on them. Don't go towards them to yell at them. Safe
No
word.
slapping.
Don't slap. No slapping. How are your relationships this month? While you are, like Toni said, hiring somebody to clean something out, looking through your finances, this is another good way of cleaning up some of the dirt and dust and mold that are left in some of your relationships. If your relationships are stagnant, is it your fault? Do you have something to play in this, or is it the other person's fault? I know you Pisces, I know you finna say it's their fault. No, it's not. It takes two to tango. Okay, most of the time, right? So work on your relationships. And then also, who's the leader in your life? Is it your husband? Is it your spouse? Is it your children? Are they really the leaders running this? Is it a spiritual connection? But you need to look at, this is the leadership card. Who is actually running your life? Not the perception of who's running it, but no, really, are you the boss in your own life right now? Stop giving away your power to something else. Get out of that. What is it? MSM, MCMs, those marketing pyramid schemes. That is not what has the power in your life. You do. So take control of this leadership card.
I choose to widen. No, that's not what that says. Read it again. I choose to take a higher perspective and widen my views, is what this says in gathering information. Your holistic health, your financial health, everything right now that you need to be working on, you need to take data on. You need to gather all of the information you possibly can. Widen your views. If you don't know how to do it, somebody does. Ask for help. Ask for a leg up. Ask for whatever it is that you need to make sure that you get to that better place. Because mind you, this is a lingering problem if you don't deal with it now. Because we're already in August. So you'll be in late December figuring out, oh, hell, I should have paid more attention to this. I should have paid more. We're telling you now. Forewarned is forearmed. Widen your views. Get a higher perspective. Higher perspective is not always spiritual. Sometimes you just need a better understanding of something that you are dealing with right now. So gather that information. You remember back in the day with cassette tapes, and you had to put something in there and then spin the tape back sometimes because of what that takes a lot of work. So sometimes it's worth it though. If you really want to hear, SWV for the third time in a row, then, or Betty White or Wright, whoever it was on cassette tape, like I used to have, then you need to go through that little extra work. Higher perspective. It's not always spiritual. Sometimes you just need to ask some questions. There are no stupid questions because you have a question, which means you need an answer. So ask
Only stupid people. No.
I was waiting for one of us to get the smart answer.
Ask it.
But that's very true, Johnie. I hope that resonates with you all, Pisces. And even if not your sign, I think the messages in general will hit you at the moment you need to hear it, regardless of if it's attached to your zodiac or not. Okay?
Yeah.
Aries. Let's get into it for you guys.
It's a big time rewind for that.
Le Ram. Aries.
Thank you to all 100 of you who are here. Thank you to those of you who have already donated and super chatted. I appreciate your generosity. I pray that is returned to you tenfold. Thank you to the mods who are here tonight. I appreciate you guys. And thank you again to Toni and Johnie for joining me. I appreciate you both very much. Pisces, what's your energy? What are your themes for the month?
Ooh, theme. Ooh. Theme. Well, it's looking very, very, very sexy at the moment.
Oh, shook it now.
Ooh, sookin' now. Okay, so so the theme is sexual energy. And this doesn't mean, get busy. it just means the energy that is coming in for you is very strong and very like, is not as fiery as the first chakra energy, but it is still fire, and it does have red in it, and red is one of Aries. It is the color for Aries. So really pay attention to what you're creating. And this card is the second chakra card, so it's about creation. So what are you creating? What are you creating? I think that's the theme. What are you creating? What dreams are you having that are telling you this is the thing that's going to be good for you to create for yourself right now in the month of August? And to reiterate, this card says creativity. So what are you creating in your life right now in the month of August that's going to bring you closer to what you have been wanting? And it will actually bring you closer to another level of enlightenment. So what are you creating this month? Pay attention to your level of creation, your meditation, your focus, whatever it is. Pay attention to that, and really give it the attention that it deserves, because this might be the month that you create something that nobody's ever seen before. Who knows? So
I'm going to say, while you're being creative, the best way to do it is to be playful. Have fun. Go back to that childlike energy. Don't get so attached to it has to look a certain way, the mind games that we adults play on ourselves, right? This perception of expectation. Go into it like a child and be like, bump it. I'm going to have fun, and go tap into that sacral chakra energy and be playful while you're creating. Because then there's no expectation for perfection.
do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life.
Have fun. Go with it. Be playful. Enjoy it. Okay. Also, root chakra, because you need to connect to your roots. Your roots could actually, in this essence, be two things. It could be connect to your roots, as in now it's one thing, because I was getting ready to say it's two, but then I heard, no, it's the one thing. You're not going to spin this into two. Your roots are I feel like the best thing that happens with humans is that we have our birth family, and then we've got our family that we can choose. The roots that tether you to the ground, to Mama Earth, is your family, your actual birth family. Go connect with them some way, somehow. Now, it doesn't mean if you've got a bad relationship with your mother, by all means, pick up the phone and subject yourself to that toxicity. No, it could even be, hey, maybe I need to go take a day or two on Ancestry, or maybe I need to do something to find a true connection to my family so I can feel a deeper connection to me. Because really what this is using the roots that ground you to help remind you of who you are. Not redefine who you are, but remind you of who you are. Because there's something that's going on. These cards are sitting next to each other. There's something going on where you maybe need to be giving yourself a little bit more self-love, with a little bit more heart chakra. We can love everybody as much as we want to all day, every day, but it's only half the story, because we have to love ourselves too. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then there's some sadness that's creeping in, or is getting ready to creep in, or maybe you haven't addressed it yet, or you're like, why do I not feel quite so full? Well, the answer really could just be, you need to love on yourself a little bit more, or love on yourself a little bit differently. Self-love isn't always about go get a mani-pedi. That's self-maintenance. Self-love is sitting and acknowledging your own BS, and still finding the compassion to work through it and to not judge yourself. So that's what I've got for you guys.
So roots and creativity. Reconnect means you have either lost a connection or it has weakened. Creativity means it wants you to become active. It wants you to activate certain parts of your being that then cause you to go out of your comfort zone sometimes, or to go back to the things like Adrian says that you like to do, that you have this almost childlike exuberance. I will not remain stuck. I will choose change. If you are in a place where you feel like you cannot move, that's where your reconnection and creativity are going to save you. Because when you are stuck in a place, you are stuck there because you don't do anything different. You need to reconnect to something that had you in a safer, more secure place and create an option to get your behind out of wherever you are. Because when you are stuck, you have a lot to do with that stuckticity.
Insanity, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. You were
insanity.
You are part of why you are in this situation that you're in right now, Johnie. Preach. Feel like you're talking directly to me.
I choose change, which means change does not choose you. It's there if you want it, because you can go out this way or you can stay in here and then go around in a circle, and then 10 years later you wonder why your life has not changed, because you did not choose change. You chose to be stuck. You have a lot to do with where you are.
Side tangent, because you can want that change all you want to, and you can be working towards what you think that change is. But I heard something in that message that said you can want it, you can work towards it, but if you're doing the same cat snatching thing, thinking that's going to get you to the next, and it hasn't been working thus far, sometimes it's not about patience and persistence, boo-boo. It's about your tactics.
Yes. Because if you always do what you always done, you will always get what you always got.
Did I interpret that message correctly, sir?
I would say so. That's the bow. We tied it all together. Y'all see how that?
we braided it.
That's how we work. That's how we work in these streets. Damn it. All right, Aries, and all of us in the chat. That's like, ooh, Jesus, that spoke to me. Yes, it did. It spoke to everyone.
We're basically giving you 12 messages and giving them a title of something.
Yes. Let's look at our terrific Tauruses. Tauri. What are multiple Tauruses? Tauri, Tauruses.
Just call us the bull.
They're bulls.
Bulls on parade. Let's do it, Taurus.
Taurus.
Johnie, I went to buy that deck, the retro deck. I sworn I had it in my cart. Was cussing them people out for days, wondering why I didn't receive my cart. You know, it just mysteriously, like, the transaction didn't go through. So I tried it again. Transaction, same thing. It ghosted me. So I was like, I guess only Johnny's meant to have that deck. And not
I'll send it to you.
You don't have to send it to me. I just was like, God, dog it.
Because I mean, I'm underwhelmed. So if you want it, I will send this to you.
Okay. We'll talk about the transaction details offline. Because I'm like, oh my goodness.
My Oracle collection has shrunk. I'm using 2. I have limited myself that way. I don't have 48 messages. So it's like, I'm going to limit this. That way I can tie it together at the end.
Oh, hell. This is looking a lot like that Aquarius reading, Taurus.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I have to pull an extra card for this one. Let's see what you got, Taurus. Oh, yes. Okay. So, Taurus. Woohoo. Taurus. The theme for Taurus in August is be present to your life. Don't let it pass you by. You know, if If there's something that needs to be said, communicate with other people. Make sure that what you're trying to get across or trying to communicate with someone is clear. Speak clearly and speak, if you have to write it down first to get it out, if it's emotional, and if it's it's probably about stability and security. So it might be a relationship thing that's going on. Check the presence, how you're present in that relationship, what you're doing to communicate your feelings and everything. And that's going to help make, not that card, this one, that's going to help you feel more secure and stable in your relationship. And then that's going to help with your self-esteem, because, even though Tauruses are very stubborn and very, we're very, very, very sweet and nice. We like to, we have a temper, but mostly we like to be quiet, and we're homebodies. So it's not something that you are drawn to as far as confronting people with whatever it is that you need to say. So for your self-esteem and your stability, really make sure that you communicate yourself in your relationships, and check your presence. How are you showing up in all, not just your marriage or whatever it is? How are you showing up in your relationships? That's the theme. Oh, one more card.
Yes.
Is Eagle. This is about mastery. So master your communications and make sure that you're checking that presence, that how are you showing up. So, okay, that's it. I'm done preaching.
That was my imaginary tambourine. Yes, ma'am. Is there some more spiritual learning you need to do? Are there some questions that you're trying to ask, but you're like, I don't know where to find the answer, or like something real big? Like, okay, while I am not Christian, I find there are many lessons that I learned from the Bible, because I find it's a very fascinating story. And so sometimes what I think the beauty of, and why I respect the story and the construct of the Bible so much, is that there's always a message, a theme, something you can learn from it. I'm not talking about believing the story or the Christianity, all the things that people get so caught and tied into religion. When you take a step back and listen to the story itself, the scripture itself, it's very fascinating. There's always something you can pick and apply to your life. Hence, when you go to church and there's the sermon. See where I went with that? Okay. This is calling on to, you need to work on your spiritual intelligence. There is a message, there is a theme, there's something that you can educate yourself on that can help you through this moment that you're going through right now, Taurus. Maybe you've been frustrated because you've been working towards a goal and it hasn't come yet. Maybe you can go back and read the story of Job. Maybe there's a glimmer of something and some type of spiritual message that you need to get. I gave a spiritual message today accidentally. I repeated a teaching of the Buddha to my cousin and didn't even mean to. And she went, huh. So the crown chakra, the we chakra, the spiritual intelligence, that is something that you should work through this month, because it will help paint a bigger picture to something that a little micro that you're going through right now. That spiritual message can give you the macro view. Okay. You looking right like Aquarius, because I told you got the same theme cards in the same theme order. All right. So go hug it. Go Taurus, go hug an Aquarius. Becca said, let's go hug some Tauruses. Let's hug Taurus. You go hug an Aquarius, and y'all, Toni, go hug an Aquarius.
I see Becca saying, go hug a Taurus today.
Go hug a Taurus today, Taurus. After you got your hug from everybody else, go hug an Aquarius because y'all going through the same shiznit at the same time. Okay. Same thing. Psychic messages. What insights are you getting through your third eye? There's an understanding. There's a self-education and self-evaluation, particularly about something that you yourself are going through and putting yourself through. Because why do I say that? Because it's time for your choice. You need to reevaluate how you were showing up and how you were acting. Toni was saying about presence. How do I show up? Am I present for my own life? Well, it's telling you need to be, and you need to act accordingly. So tie in, check in, and react accordingly, because you need to start making some decisions. Stop being indecisive. When I look at this card, I actually see the Two of Swords. You got the swords and you got the thingy on, and you don't want to see, you don't want to make a decision. Head over heart, I don't want to go either direction. Boo-boo kitty. Right now, we need you to make some decisions. Like Toni said, be present. Make these decisions so you stop being indecisive. You indecisive behinds.
Be present and spiritual intelligence, making a choice. First thing I pull, choosing a side. Here's the thing. Are you being a bit duplicitous right now? You cannot serve two masters in this in particular instance. Tuning into reality. What is happening right now that you need to make a decision on, and what happened yesterday that you will not let go of? What is happening is you are trying to live in two realities. You are holding on to this while trying to move on to there. The reason you're holding on to this is because you don't want to let it go until you secured this.
Don't talk about me like that, Johnie.
But you cannot serve both masters, because the further you move this way, the thinner you are stretched until you snap and break, and then you drive your car through a grocery store. So what you need to do right now is tune into reality and choose a side. Either you are going to trust the process and let go of the yesterday, or you're going to keep the yesterday and then forget about tomorrow. You're going to have to do one or the other. You cannot keep living in two spots at the same time. Choose a side. Who is your father? Which one will you choose?
That's hard for Tauruses.
Yeah,
It's
are you
hard
going to
for
choose the
Tauruses
wisdom, or are you going to choose the
in
greed?
one place?
Yeah.
Because we always split. Well, for me, I seem to always split myself in two, like that. Yeah.
Don't worry, Toni. You about to get Johnie back because Gemini's up next.
Yeah.
All right, Gemini. He said, I feel personally attacked.
That usually happens.
Oh, Gemini. Actually, I'm on the cusp of, because my birthday is the 19th of May. So I'm on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini. But I relate to Taurus. But I think I have a little Gemini. Hmm?
Mine's Scorpio, which I'm a little offended, but it's okay. I'm not a water sign advocate, so it's
very polite way to put that, because water signs. God bless
like
you all.
emotions and things.
Show don't. Thank you, guys. Please go check out Yoda. He's got a she's on the YouTube. I'm subscribed to Yoda from both of my YouTube channels.
Oh yeah, that's
Hey,
what
Yoda.
she's talking about. That Yoda.
Yep.
Go subscribe to Yoda.
But I was like, speaking of Yoda, that reminded me. Go subscribe to
Yoda
Becca's
here?
Yoda. Thank you for putting that up there, and I hope you don't mind me giving her a plug, Becca. My throat chakra is screwed up tonight. Please go subscribe. I loved y'all's stream last Friday. Oh, hell, really? Is this what y'all got, Gemini? Let me spin some straw on this one. Oh, okay. No, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so Geminis are really airy thinkers, it's the sword energy. So this is the theme, psychic abilities. This month, really tune in to your spiritual awareness. Really just tune into where you are, because if you're feeling like I'm doing everything that I can to make myself better. I'm doing everything that I can to push myself into a higher state of mind. I'm doing all of that I can. You have to show yourself a little compassion, because it doesn't happen overnight. It's it's something that takes time, and it's not something that I would say, I don't know how to say. There's muscle memory, and then there's muscle memory. So the things that you do spiritually, you make it a practice, right? But if you feel like nothing's happening and you're getting very emotional about it, it's like, I'm doing this, all of this stuff. I'm meditating. I'm pulling myself out of this depression, and I'm getting out there in nature, and I'm doing all this stuff. It just doesn't happen overnight. You have to have patience and take the emotion out of it. Take the emotion out of it and realize that all of the things that you're looking for spiritually are already there, but they do have to be nurtured, and it doesn't happen overnight. So that's the theme for me.
Yep. Ground and meditate. Those are the things you need to work on. All that spiritual stuff you're trying to conjure, you have to continue to do the work. It's going to come. You've got to do the work in the meantime. Ground, get deep, deep, deep with Mama Nature right now. Ground yourself. Breathing exercises. I just did, it's coming out next week. I just did a long breathing exercise recording with bowls to help, because Spirit told me we're all struggling with grounding ourselves right now. Mm-hmm. We're being pulled in so many different directions. We've got new variants. We've got all this stuff going on. People need to ground, and they need help grounding right now. Ground yourself and meditate. Meditate again. I was just going over this with somebody. It is not sitting in a corner with both of your legs in a really awkward position going and that's not what meditation is. Meditation is focusing on something single purposely for a prescribed amount of time. You can meditate showering. You can meditate washing dishes. But what is it that you want? What is it that you're trying to go for? Because that meditation just pulls you closer so you can get the answers that you're looking for on your spiritual path. You also need to visualize what it is you're trying to work through and work on. Compassion too. Your challenge is you have got to be more compassionate. You have got to model what you need and what you want. And it starts at home. It starts with you, with compassion. Mm-hmm. Stop bitching about how awful the world is, and just go out and be that compassionate thing. So it'll start, that energy will carry out.
Tenfold comes back.
Yep.
I've learned that a very long journey is made very short with music in my life. Like when I worked my second job that I had, I lived 4 miles away from it one way. And I walked there every day for 6 days a week because I was assistant manager. So I had to be there that many days of the week, from 8 o'clock in the morning to 9:30 at night. And then I walked back home. I did it every day for 4 years straight. And this was in Oklahoma. Rain, sleet, snow, whatever was falling out the sky, you still had to go.
You're a mailman.
Pretty much. And I like walking, so it wasn't a big deal. But the steps were, you didn't even notice. Like you put your earphones on, and next thing you know, you were there. So if you look, though, and you say, oh my God, I got to walk 4 miles. And then you think to yourself, that's a long ways. That's going to take an hour and 15 minutes, an hour. And like, I'm going to be walking for an hour and it's hot. Then all of a sudden it becomes like this daunting task. And the things that you need to do, you need to also learn that everything is not going to be easy. Moving forward, and no easy solution. You have to also give yourself some leeway to not do it overnight. Everything is not that easy. Everything is not as easy as the last thing you did that was easy. I and myself, okay, since we're talking about Gemini, I'll call myself to the carpet on this one. I bought a tarot deck 800 years ago at the Barnes and Noble, wrapped it up, put it under my pillow, went to sleep, woke up, I had all the images in my head. Now, I knew what they meant because they were familiar every time I was reading them in the book. That didn't mean that I was the greatest tarot reader or nothing like that. I was just familiar with them, just from the putting them under the pillow. I went and I was like, oh, I like this. This is years and years and years later. I like this. So I went and got Lenormand cards. And I figured since I got tarot so easy, I'll get this too. I got all the definitions and the definitions were there. And I'm like, I know what the cross means. I know what the anchor means. I don't know what they mean together. And it's like, okay, why am I not getting this? Okay, never mind. Just throw it away. And that's what I literally did. I just threw them away. The Kipper cards, the Gypsy cards, some Oracle cards. If they don't come that easy to me, throw them away. Now, I had to learn, though, just like Adrian said, there's work you have to put into things. Even though the cards of the tarot were familiar to you, you still didn't know what you were doing until you put the work in. So there is not always an easy solution going forward, Gemini. And we are people who are very flighty sometimes, a lot of times, a whole bunch of times per day. It's like, okay, I don't like that. Let's go on to something else. Okay, I don't like that. Let's go on to something else. And then we leave this trail of unfinished projects behind us. You have to realize that everything is not that easy. Sometimes it's and you know what's extra sad about this? Geminis are very cerebral. They can figure some stuff out. If you just took the time to maybe take it apart, lay it out, you'll figure it out. It still ain't going to be easy, but you'll have a solution going forward. So take the time to figure out things, Gemini. That's your month of August here. You got a whole 31 days, I do believe, to figure it out. Get cracking.
It's on you, boo-boos.
Yeah.
All right, Cancer.
We use the kind cards for Cancer. These are all nice. Every single one of them has a nice little... I mean, and the backs are cute. Sidebar. The backs are cute, but they're all different, which means you kind of know which one is which. But I mean, you know, if you look up in the sky, I guess you don't. So never mind. I'll go this way.
Cancer. Oh, geez. Y'all got mad at me for this. I didn't pick the cards. I mean, I pulled them, but I didn't pick them. Spirit picked it, did them. I was going to sort of poke them.
Thank you. Pulling the first same friggin' card.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna pull I didn't show you guys my new deck. I got this Spirit of the Animals deck.
That's cute.
They're very nice. They're huge.
Pretty big.
They're huge.
Spirit of the Animals.
Animals.
Just threw away another Oracle deck.
Okay. All right. So Cancer. Your dreams, Cancer, of being successful. And I don't think you can see that. It's so light. Well, this is a sixth chakra. There it is, sixth chakra card. And it says dreams. So your dreams of being successful and having all of the things that you want. In the physical, it's about having stability and security. So I think the theme is, your dreams of being successful is what you need to pay attention to. If you're not where you want to be, in the moment, that means you have more work to do. But you can't take your wagon and go home. You have to forgive yourself for any mistakes that you make and know that there are limitless possibilities for you. Don't give up too soon. This is the cougar, and the keyword is assertive. You got to be assertive in your life. You can't wait for things to come to you. You have to go out and get it. So be assertive. Know that your dreams of having your dream job or whatever it is, of being stable and secure, that is a possibility. The possibilities are endless. But don't give up too soon. And be assertive and forgive yourself for any faux pas, any mistakes that you may have made. Just keep at it this month. You may not see any results, but just because you don't see results doesn't mean that things aren't happening under the surface.
And don't get caught up in the emotions. I love you, Cancers. I love y'all. I'm gonna be just real talk. I love you guys. But the reason y'all look at me like I'm crazy and the reason I look at y'all like you're crazy is because of the emotions, right? When things are not going, you didn't get all of that pulled together nicely, like Toni said, don't get caught up in the emotions. You need to go with the flow. Breathe it out. Okay? Don't be so hard on yourself and others when it doesn't all pull together the way you need it to or want it to. Be patient because it's going to come together. So don't jump the gun and get emotional. Just take a deep breath. Use that sacral chakra energy for you instead of against you. Use it to go with the flow. Use those, I was saying to somebody else today, that angst that you feel. Use that to propel you to change the situation instead of letting it consume you. Okay? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of tough love too. Like the same message I just gave Geminis. Instead of complaining about the lack of compassion, why don't you go ahead and spread it? Use that heart chakra. Instead of being frustrated with the ills that are going on around you and in the world, go ahead and start mirroring that behavior. You'd be amazed how contagious that is. That vibration is so high. It's one of the highest megahertz frequencies there is that is attached to that heart chakra. Use that, spread that. Because what that also is a reflection of how you need to love yourself as well. Okay? Also, stop telling people you're stuck. You're not stuck. I don't know what you're stuck in. A crappy relationship, a crappy job, a crappy double wide trailer in the boonies. I don't care what you're actually stuck in. Stop telling yourself you're stuck, because then you've actually created the Eight of Swords around you, that mental trap. You actually have the freedom. You just don't think you do because you keep telling yourself the same narrative. You are not stuck. You've got the freedom. Believe that you have it. So unstick yourself. You're not the Gorilla Glue girl who had to go to somewhere to get her hair unstuck. Your unstuckness is actually a lot closer to you than you realize. You've got freedom. Go be what you want and need.
Go be what you want and need. I like that. I am courageous and powerful. Your dreams are motivations. That's what people's dreams are. They just want you to do something, whatever it is, good or bad, whatever. Dreams are your motivations. If you have to tell this to yourself every single day, if ever you have to tell yourself every single hour, pull yourself to the side. And mind you, these words are fantastic. I am courageous and I am powerful. Those are to make you stand up on your own 2 feet, not necessarily on the shoulders of your ancestors. They're all dead. Okay, they still love you, but they're all dead. You are here right now. And sometimes you can be in such a chaotic energy or a chaotic energetic place that you are sort of tuned out to spiritual messages. You need to have this affirmation in here. You need to be able to say, I can handle this situation. Not, I'm going to cry. If you got to cry, okay, pull yourself to the side, shed your tears, wipe them off. Make sure your eyes ain't red so somebody knows what's wrong. No, make sure all your stuff is together. Put your chapstick on, go back out there and be powerful and courageous. That's what you do. Because sometimes when a lion gets into a fight, he loses some of his hair, but it grows back.
It does.
You're courageous and you're powerful, can come back. And sometimes you need to trade these words for I am enough.
Yeah.
I don't have to be nothing except what I am.
Amen. In this moment.
Yes. Work on that cancellations.
I need to give that to a Leo friend. Now, so you can stop blowing my phone up, complaining. You got the power.
Yes.
I feel like that was Cancer and Leo. But speaking of Leo, we get into you right now. It's your month. It's your birthday, y'all. Happy birthday,
Your
Leo.
birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
I was about to be like, happy birthday to ya.
I can't sing that song because I don't want to get sued.
You are enough, Desiree.
Oh, Leo. Ah, Leo. I love Leos. He's so strong.
Leos, I wish all of you, Leo season, anybody with the Leo rising or sleepies, whatever that is in your chart, happy birthday month to y'all.
Happy birthday.
You know what? I'm going to start taking cards that I pulled before out. So
We can get a different message.
I want a different message. I know that I'm supposed to just take what spirit gives me, but you know what? I bought these, so I'm going to do what I want to do. Again, no. You know what? That's actually good. Let me just go through and pick out the ones I've already seen.
Thank you so much, Desiree. No, you cry. Get them tears out, boo-boo, because those are trapped emotions that you need to let that moment happen. Honor them tears. You're not around unless you in Publix, like Johnie said, then go sit in a corner and then get yourself together. But if you're not in the Publix, get them tears out.
Because you plug them up, they're gonna come out at the wrong time.
Ooh, like
yeah.
Like
Let them come out. They're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
I cried. My dog passed last week, and I cried for every day.
Well, you're supposed to. Fur babies. They're still babies. That's your children.
Every day.
All right. Okay, see, that still works. New cards. We like new cards. Thank you.
Whoa. I did that earlier. I flew cards out at myself. I had to bend over and pick them up.
Wow. Okay. One more. Uno más.
Toni, what's that pondering noise about? You made a Mortimer noise.
Should I draw one more card?
Ooh.
Draw it.
Okay.
Spirit says yes. Do it.
Do it.
Spirit says yes.
So Leo. When I think of Leos, I think of my niece who is the Leo, and this is her. She's Queen Leo. She loves everything Leo. She's like, I've got the answers. Leo's has the answer. So this might be, I keep getting stability and security. This, like, I heard Johnie say, I'm going to get other cards because I keep pulling the same ones. But yeah, you've got it. You've got a handle on that security. And there's a lot of new things coming in for you this month. Maybe not a lot, but a few new things coming in for you this month. But take your time. Take your time in and sort of examine any new opportunities that are coming through for you this month, because you might need to look at them from a different angle. They may not always be beneficial. Not everything that, that glitters is gold. So, take a look at things from a different perspective. I guess that's the theme this month for Leo, is look at things from a different perspective, because you're so strong and you're so, you have so much. This is the inventor. You can pull stuff out of your ass and go, hello, this is going to work. And it does for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, how did you do that? But they do. Mm-hmm. But not everything that glitters is gold for you this month. Look at things from a different perspective. Even if it comes to you in a dream, all of it is connected. So look at things from a different perspective this month.
Now that is the message I want to give to my Leo friend. If I can take that one and what Johnie just said earlier and mash them together and then send that to that heifer. She's going through the blues. Bless that baby's heart. Have faith with a big F and a little f this month. Faith with a little f is when you step out into the unknown and know that spirit has your back. Faith with a big F is when you go and you actually speak to the divine and ask for that protection when you go out on your endeavors. You need to have both this month. Know that you are protected, you are guided. Spirit is telling you, though, that you have, I hate to say forsaken, but you are not quite trusting. You need a little bit more, because I get it. When you go through some deep boo-boo knockers, it does make you question things in your faith. Mm. It does, because we're humans. And I'm sorry, anybody who's not been in the darkest of dark, when you're in the darkest of dark, when you start looking up and questioning all of the spirituals. And it's okay to do that. But Spirit is telling you right now, I need you to remember that I got you. I got you. I need you to have faith with the big F and faith with a little f. We got you. Also, is there something you need to bequeath to someone this month? I'm not necessarily saying like go take a will and start leaving things to people, but you may have something in your possession that you could give to someone that could be a difference between night and day. You are so good, Leos. I always, like, my mom was a Leo. She could spin straw and create a mansion. And I'm like, you didn't just rub two pennies together. You literally rubbed some dirt, some crusty dirt at that, and built a whole house. How did you do that? There's something that you have in your possession that can help somebody else spin that straw so they can make a house. You're holding on to something. There's a possession that you have that you no longer need that can make the difference to someone else. Trust that you don't need that anymore because you have the mental tools to spin the straw to make the house. So let go of that holding on to whatever that thing is. Give it to somebody else who needs it, because they don't have those tools yet. They don't have the pizzazz that you have as a Leo that can just spin and make things happen. Now, Let me check the chat because I'm gonna make sure this person I've been talking about for the last 2 readings isn't here. Okay, she she may be here, and if she is, just text me later. We can fight through it later. Okay. I'm gonna need you to get a control on your emotional balance right now, boo boo. Harmony, fluidity. I need you to be a little bit more fluid. Leos, y'all like to roar and yell. And that same pizzazz that y'all have that can spin straw and make anything, that's also the same straw that you can spin in your mentals right here that can make y'all blood pressure go from 0 to 8,000 over 22 in 10 seconds. Stop. Breathe. Do not let your emotions get the best of you right now. Find that balance in your heart chakra. Okay. Also, your intuition is trying to tell you some shit. You're ignoring it, and that's going to cause a this this situation. Stop ignoring it. It's trying to tell you something. When you got that gut feeling, it is not because you ate a whole bunch of nachos and you're about to have the hot poots. Your intuition is trying to tell you something. So please stop ignoring it. Okay? Stop ignoring it.
I am connected to the earth and all life around me, and make things happen. So here are the notes I took. First off, I am connected to the earth and all things around me. Details matter, first of all. Second, when Adrian talked about faith and possessions, the possessions reminded me of what Toni was saying about how when she goes out into nature, if she picks up a rock, she takes a stick, she leaves something behind. You gave me something, I give you something. If you are in the counsel of someone, if someone is helping you, help them back. Now, mind you, you may not be able to give them what they gave you, but the thought can carry that a very long way. Because people are appreciative of how you make them feel, not necessarily what you gave them. Mm-hmm. And so then we go to faith. Make things happen. And being connected with all that is around you, sometimes it is very easy to hit a rocky patch and think that the world has forsaken you. If you look into a situation, not everything is lost. You are connected with everything. Let's say, for instance, you lose your job and your house, and your spouse divorces you and takes all your kids and all your dogs and all your bric-a-bracs and knickknacks and paddywhacks. They take everything that you thought you held dear, your possessions. They took it all. They even took your old dirty underwear. Everything. They took it all. But guess what? There is a song by Nina Simone that is entitled, I Got Life. She says, I ain't got no home. I ain't got no friends. Ain't got no schooling. Ain't got no friends. She said it twice. And so, but she says, one thing that I got that can't nobody take away. And then she started making all this list. I got my eyes. I got my hair. I got my teeth. I got my brains. I got my boobies. I got my back. She has her life. Everything is not lost. It just feels like it. But you are still connected with everything around you. All of the other life around you, you still have. You have never, ever lost everything. Even if you die, you still gained a freedom that we here do not have. You still now gain a chance for an understanding we here do not have. You have always gained something, no matter what it is you have lost. So take that and make things happen.
That was beautiful.
I need a tambourine. Yeah.
I know. Okay, drop the mic. Everybody go home. It's all over.
We're done. We've ended with Leo. Good night, everybody. Good night. And
That was beautiful.
now that is what I need to tell my Leo friend.
I have to make up because I didn't do my Sunday messages this month. I was very unprepared.
Well, you just gave a whole damn sermon, and that was for the whole month.
You should do a show called 5-Minute Sermon from my job.
That's what my Sundays were supposed to be, but
Oh,
I forgot them this month because I was unprepared. Yes, I can still do. How many Sundays do I have left?
You've got all of them because this is the first. Yesterday was the
I
first.
I didn't do last Sunday.
So you got 3 more left.
1, 2, 3,
Actually, I think you have
4.
3 more left.
Okay, well, I'll get busy this week and I'll do them. My bowls. Oh, you asking me where my bowls are, or Adrian? My bowls right there.
My bowls are with their siblings in the closet. All right. Virgo, I feel like my feelings are going to get hurt on this reading for some reason.
Johnny's on fire. You may
Got a little
end
bit
up in tears.
Got a little bit of the Virgo in me, so let's go, Virgos. Oh, yes, I'm already feel. Why, thank you, mahalo. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your seat. I'm going to somebody who can pronounce and read, please don't butcher this baby.
I tried it once. She told me I said it right the first time. Is Kawalani.
Kawalani?
I think. Correct me if that's not right. But I tried it one time, and I don't know if I said it that way. Kawalani.
Kaiolani.
Kaiolani.
Is that right?
Kawalani. Email me at redlentilhealing@gmail.com.
Kaiolani.
Cuss me out from here to Jupiter for butchering your name. I apologize.
Kawalani. Okay.
Don't worry about it. She says, don't worry about it. It's Kaiolani. Okay. I'm probably not doing it right.
She said I got it right, Kawalani.
Ooh, I hate it when I mispronounce people's names. That just irritates the dog snot out of me.
There was a lady who was working with us. We called her, I can't even remember what we called her now because I started calling her by a proper name. Gauls, something like that. Because it was GUL and a whole bunch of other letters. She was from, actually she was from Russia, but she was Asian. She's from Kazakhstan or something like that. But her name was Gujuhar, and they couldn't say it, so they started calling her Goals, because she said that's what you can call me since you can't say Gujuhar. It's like, how you can? I mean, if you say it one time, then you should be able to repeat it. But then again, people don't have that kind of tongue sometimes.
That's not how my brain works.
It's like no matter how much it is, you can repeat it until I'm blue in the face. I still won't get it.
I'm still not gonna get it. I hate butchering people's names. That is my no-go. All right, Virgo. I'm already slightly offended by what I pulled for us, but let's see. Maybe Toni and Johnie can soften the blow for us.
Okay, so Virgo. Let's see. Virgo. One more card. I'm going to pull one more card for Virgo. Wow. Okay. So this is a good month for you, Virgo. This is a good month for you. Be present, not with your physical body. Probably working, but keep a lid on your emotions and how you express your feelings. Use your psychic abilities to know when not to say something.
I've already fucked this up for the month. I've already fucked it up.
Let it be a mystery. Be the mystery in that conversation. Don't let all of the words in your head flow out of your mouth. Just really be careful because you've got all of this good stuff happening. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's
Look at this.
That's some good. That's some. Ooh, yes. Can I have some of
This
that
is
fortune
good stuff.
please?
So don't mess it up by talking. Allow it to happen.
Don't let your mouth talk you out of a good opportunity.
Because behinds are not in the check
out of a
cashing
good
business.
opportunity.
Do not let your mouth talk you out of a good opportunity.
There's so many good things happening this month, and this is so good. So just, be aware.
I know, Patty, too damn late, Toni, because I was like, oh shit, I screwed that up Monday. Well, I will agree. You need to pay attention to your physical health this time. Because Toni got the physical. You got the root chakra physical.
Yeah,
health.
I did.
So instead of, I don't remember who it was who got the whole holistic health. This is your actual physical health. Pay attention to it. August is a very good month for checkups. So go get your checkup. Go make sure everything is good. Eat a vegetable or two, a vitamin. Don't let your unhealthy habits nip you in the bud. If you're not sleeping well, get some sleep, because that's going to for sure cause you to cuss somebody out and ruin all that good fortune that's coming to you. You also need to make sure you're in optimal health, so when that good fortune comes, you can enjoy it. Take care of your body. I also need you to, with that good fortune that's coming in, use that energy to boost your heart chakra. You've got so much to be grateful for. Do not feel guilty either when these good fortunes come in, because that also can challenge your heart chakra. Heart chakra is about giving and receiving without expectation, without feeling guilty. When the good comes in, embrace it, because it is for you. It's meant for you. Love on it. Don't get in your own way with this one, okay? Also need you to be a little present. Stop being off in the clouds and the sky and the moon, and no, be present right here on earth, because that's also something that can prevent you from cussing people the hell out. Be present. Be present. What you also need to understand, though, is that challenges are challenges. That's just, Johnie says something all the time that I love, is things don't just happen in life to necessarily teach you a lesson. Sometimes life is just freaking life. Things just freaking happen. So don't forget that. Not everything is, doom and gloom. Sometimes ish is ish. It is what it is. And then I always add to that, and then it is again. So you got it.
My mother had, I don't know what kind of syndrome this is. It's the mirror face syndrome, where if you look, you will see exactly how she feels. She could try to cover it up with the kind words, but whatever is right here, whether or not she about to draw back with 5 or she about to go forward. It's like, you already know right here. You ain't got to ask no more questions. You ain't got to pull out no pad and take no notes. It's right there. She may say, oh, no, it's okay. But this here says no. Don't turn your back. Walk away from me backwards. You can see me the whole time.
Where's my shoe?
Where's my other shoe? Because I missed you the first time. But Virgo, you are having that issue at the moment. So like Toni said, don't let that mouth get you into trouble. But like Adrian said, with your heart chakra, make sure that you are in control of how they feel. I shine my light outwards for all to see. What kind of light are you shining, though? Review your choices. You cannot really go back in the past and take that word back, take those words back, take that face back, whatever it is that you did, said, whatever. Yeah. Review that choice first. You shine your light outwards for all to see, which means you have the mirror face on. They already know how you feel. All they got to do is look. And so make sure that you edit and you keep a lid on that emotion for this here month. Because remember, It's still hot outside. I don't know about you, but hot weather makes me agitated. And so you get kind of, a little less tolerant than you would be in the cooler months. So just make sure that you take a little patience with you when you leave the house. That way you have some extra for when that person gets on your very last nerve.
Last on it. Woo!
And you just tell them, you know what? I don't have any more nerves left, so could you please not?
Yep.
Because I'd rather not go to jail, and I'm pretty sure you'd rather not be at your own funeral right now. So
Attendee at your own funeral.
Because ain't either one of them free, and we could both be saving money right now.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, Virgo, we gave you sage words. Take them. All right, let's peel this damn Band-Aid off, Libras. Let's go.
Libra. What this means.
Libra. The
I'm
rose.
Johnny. I'm gonna need you to fix your face and figure it out.
I don't know what that means.
By the time we get to you.
What the back of this look like? Maybe I can make some out of that there.
Oh, jeez.
I can. Okay.
Just lie to us.
I got this. I got it. My Oracle, gosh darn it. I got this. Okay. That just complicated things. Okay. I got it.
Y'all be nice to Libras. We've been feeling delicate lately. Y'all saw on my post, I had to almost burn my house down trying to save some of that energy out last week.
I read that, and for whatever reason, I read it twice and read sagging both times. I'm like, I'm sagging. What does that mean? Saging. Learn how to read, sir.
Reading is so freaking fundamental, and it lets me down every time.
God, no. I mean, I got 3 F's in a row.
Read for comprehension.
I'm surprised I got out of the 3rd grade by reading comprehension.
No, I'm lighting. It's an incense. I got 400,000 of them. Thank you, Sylvia. She's in the chat. So. Got a whole bunch. Got a whole bunch.
All right, Libras. I'm not even going to pull my cards over until it's time for me to read Libra, just so I don't piss myself off and I can focus on what Tony's got to say.
Okay. Okay, so Libra. So that's the Libra is the rose, the large rose. You're a rose, Libra. There's something going on that you have to be present to that's happening in your life, and it's emotional. You have to keep your emotions in check about this, whatever it is. It has to do with the heart, really with the heart. So this is compassion and love. So if there's somebody that you need to forgive that person. No, it's not for them, it's for you. If they are working your last nerve, let them know. Just say, you know what, you working my last nerve. I love you, but get out of my face. Okay. So I understand that. Totally. What you have to say to them should be measured. Only give them what you think they need as far as a tongue lashing is concerned. Don't go overboard because you love that person. You love that person. And, whatever it is, it'll be over so quickly. And then you guys will be back. You'll be friends again. So be present. Leave your emotions at the door and really remember how much you love that person. Have love and compassion for that person.
But what if you daydream about smashing their face into a pillow?
A pillow is fine. It's a wall that would be a problem.
But what if you want to smash your face into the pillow and then proceed to continue to hold the head down into the pillow so that when they breathe,
Okay. What did I say here? I said, I think I said, keep your emotions in check. Keep your emotions in check because you love this person. Whoever this is, you love them.
Are you sure?
Yes, you love them. Look at these. It's compassion and love. You love this person. Just tell them to get out of your face for a minute. You know what? Why don't you go to a movie? It'll all be over in a minute.
I hope for that person's sake it is. I really do.
You love them.
And you know what? In true Libra form, if we did not love them, we would not be daydreaming about suffocating them with the pillow. Because Libra, we're real quick. Once we've hit that point, you're dead to us.
Yeah.
You would not pee on your casket if it were on fire at your funeral.
But they're probably a person who's in your family that you cannot do that to, that you truly, truly love, and you just have to bite the tongue. Bite the tongue.
All right. Let's see. I pull these cards. Contrary to what you just said, it says I need to express my mother flipping emotions. But I'm going to say in theme of what you said, be calculated, be
Measured.
and be measured about how we express our emotions this month. Because what if you guys said this earlier? Once the words are out, they cannot be taken back. That energy and that emotion is out there and is planted. So maybe you need to express your emotions to yourself. Maybe you need to express your emotions to your therapist who was paid and not judged by all the crazy stuff you say, like, hey, can I smother them with a pillow? They won't judge you. They may call the cops and say you're a threat to yourself and others, but they're not going to judge you, right? So find the healthy and the best way to express your emotions, because Libras, we do this. We'll listen to everybody else, and then we feel like we don't have anybody else to vent to. And that we feel that gets trapped in us, and it is very hard for us to get that out because we just don't do that well. So find ways, a healthy way to express it. You also need to remember that whoever it is you want to choke, like Toni said, that is somebody that you love dearly. So once you start realizing that we are all connected, you need to work on your crown chakra, get out of the me, whatever's going on right now, and get into the we. Okay? We're all connected. You may be feeling alone. You may be feeling like, you know what? Or am I crazy? Are other people seeing it? Yes, they absolutely do, because we're all connected. So tap into that crown chakra and just remember that everything is all working together. Okay, we're all in this together. You're not alone. Get out of that self-loathing frequency, because that's what causes you to fantasize about smothering people, and get into the we frequency, into the us frequency. Also need to connect with your roots, getting into the root chakra. Just make sure, again, that this is more just connecting with yourself, connecting with Mama Earth. Maybe you need to go out into nature. You need to go do something, but connect with your roots. And this, I'm actually going to say physical. Tree, Mama Earth, connect with the roots that ground you in. Oh my God. Spirit.
Hardest thing we ought to do.
That's you. That's you.
I told you I didn't pull the cards until it was time to go, because I wanted to pay attention to what Toni said.
Wow. Be measured.
Is this not us, literally, Libras? And not just the scales, because the Libra are the scales, but God dang it, is this not us? We are never balanced. We demand it of others, but we do not do this for ourselves. We are extremes. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to put myself on mute so I can go cry in a corner real quick. Watch out.
So I'm going to get a little judgy here for a second. we started with being measured and all that good stuff. And you love them, and so you don't want to hurt them, and so forth and so forth. Then you got to that root chakra card where you say you should physically go outside and hug a tree. That is not a team effort. Being measured is a team effort because it involves other people and all these type of things. When it comes back to you need to go physically do something for yourself, that means all these messages was about y'all. This ain't got nothing to do with whoever you want to, the person you want to choke is you. Why? Because you are the hardest on you than anybody else. Why? Because your scales are never really balanced. It's this here, you got, all of the burden, and then they got all of the light. Because Libras are doers, and so everybody comes in to have you do something for them. And then you do it, and then you take all the burden and they get all the light. This says every day I bring radical, I don't really care for that word, so I'm going to take that out. Every day I bring self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. Self starts with self. This is not selfish, because if you are not edified, if you are not full of wisdom and happiness, then you cannot spread that to other people. That is what they say, but that is actually not true, because Libras create other people's happiness. This is why your scales are always not balanced. Oh, you need something? Okay, here, let me get it. Meanwhile, I keep going down. Here, let me get this for you. Here, let me get this for you. And then meanwhile, where did you just pull out all these solutions? Don't nobody know. That's just comes with the kit. You're just that person. But you have to also realize that when you go out to hug that tree, it is because you need energy from somewhere. All of the people in your life want something from you. The tree don't want nothing from you. Maybe that you don't cut it down or burn it, but other than that, we're good. Come hug, come get some of this good old energy. You need to take care of you too. Walk away. Sometimes this is hard now, because look here, I have had many conversations with all the Libras I know about me not being able to say no. So I get this. But sometimes a mother sucker need to take care of themselves. Especially if you are in your 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and this person's in their 60s and 70s.
Stop.
That means they've been here before you. That means they will take care of themselves if you say no. So if you just say no one time, I guarantee you they will not die. And then you go outside and you take care of you. Just one time. Just so the scales can come up just a little bit. Just a little.
And what he just said is why I've been fantasizing about smothering a particular person.
Just once or twice. Say no. It's hard. I know it is, because I can't do it. So I'm just telling you what the cards say.
That was another sermon. Very well done, sir. Both of you. Very well done.
You just blew her mind. Look at it.
Well, it was the one that he was like, they're older than you. I was like, they sure the hell is. But why am I always the one that's got to be the teacher and the patient and the this and the that and the solution? Shit, you older than me. I am young enough, literally, to be your child, and I'm an old asshole. But I'm young enough to be your child. Why am I your parent right now? That's why I want to smother your face with a pillow. Notice I didn't say kill. I just said smother, so the feathers go up in their nose and their throat, and they choke. And then I can just pull the pillow away. I don't kill. I'm not homicidal. I just need you to get the point. The point is leaving. But Johnie said that's not for me to smother them. I just need to walk the hell away.
Go to a movie.
With your high tops. I really do like that these are actually going in two different directions too. It's like you're still confused, even though you're walking away. That's
Yeah.
That's all right. As long as you're moving, though.
Exactly.
As long as you're moving. Okay, who next?
Scorpios.
Scorpio. Okay.
Scorpio.
I'm gonna put that into exercise tonight, Johnny. And I'm gonna watch a movie before I go to bed.
Scorpio is usually where I get my message from. So y'all stay out of my business.
Just stay out of mine. You just all in the Kool-Aid with the dirty spoons. I'm about
Don't
to
stay out of my business.
Oh God.
Nope. Can't, show won't.
Okay, I'm gonna take these out too. I don't want the same message over and over and over. So, I'm be over here.
By the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't y'all call. Nobody's YouTube police talking about red lentil healing is talking about smothering people with pillows. These are jokes. These are fantasies. Fantasies are not reality. These are just grown people expressing themselves right now and talking about how they feel. So please don't snitch. Okay.
We can still see you. No, you can't.
Snitches get stitches.
Yeah, I just have this. Just wait. This don't get caught up. These is just jokes. Breathe. I'm not gonna smother that mother sucker with a pillow. I just keep fantasizing about it because it makes me feel good. Because I can't do it in real life. So these is jokes. Calm down. Calm down. All right, Scorpio. What we got for y'all this month?
Oh my gosh.
Us. Yeah, Johnny, I'm sorry. I just apologize now because I just looked at all of them and I'm hold on. Let me get this last one. What is this one? Oh shit. Okay. Well, don't kill
the messenger. Don't smother the messenger. Okay. Scorpio. Oh. Okay, so heart chakra, compassion, is you have to be compassionate. What I got in my head just now is that there's someone in your life who is asking you for money, or asking you for something of value, or asking you to do something of value. Use your spiritual awareness to handle this person, and really just express your truth to them so that they know exactly where you are. Try not to allow judgment to be the word of the day. Be like the King of Cups and show some compassion and keep a lid on your emotions, because it's not always easy to say somebody, look, don't, you're always asking me for stuff. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. But like I was telling Adrian, just measured words. No, she's like, no. No, I'm gonna have to. She's like, no, I'm gonna have to say no.
Because here's the thing. I'm real cool. You can do a whole bunch of stuff to me, but there's a couple things I draw the line. I cannot stand to see anybody mistreated. That is an immediate, I go to jail card. Don't pass go, don't collect $200 because I'm gonna stand up for you. And the second thing is, do not mess with my money. Don't mess with my money. So when you were like, you shouldn't say it, have a measured approach. No, if somebody's coming to you, and this person has been repeatedly, because here's the thing. There's something that you have that they feel is on display and that they want to. Be on guard with your possessions. You're Scorpio. You guys aren't the kind of people who are like real flashy. You just aren't. So when you have something that's yours, and you also are very selfless and you will give too. But that may come at you can't, how you gonna give away, how you gonna give you butt naked and somebody's gonna ask you for something?
Your hair. Give me hair.
I'm naked. What am I gonna conjure these draws to give to you? I can't conjure them up out of thin air. I'm naked, right? Hold on, you notice how she's holding on to the ball too. And she's holding on to it in a way to give it away. You may not even have to give it away. You may just need to go, you know what? Because what you have to ask yourself is, the person who's asking me for something, are they part of my actual family, my tribe? Am I obligated to them? Because even if they are part of my tribe and my birth family, I may still not be obligated to give what I don't have. Because no matter what, your actions are going to be judged anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Act for you. This is a lot of root chakra, because this is also tapping in. There's also a call to, how secure am I? Am I really this secure where I can give it away? Or do I need to kind of reassess and put different stock in what I own versus what I own? You feel me on that? So that's why I'm like,
well, I'm not. I'm a Taurus. I'm like, okay, you need it. Okay, I'll try to find a way to get it for you.
And I'm a Libra, because again, we don't have that balance. So what I'm saying is, don't do me. Don't give and you're naked and you're hungry and you're afraid, but then you're resentful because you gave everything away to everybody and nobody's giving you anything. How are you truly secure and you can give it away? And you were saying something earlier, Toni. I didn't crack too many jokes. I forgot exactly what you said, but you were saying about getting that wisdom. Tap into your ancestral wisdom. Yes, because you were like asking the wisdom to get the answers, to help that you need. Call them in. Call them in right now. Because this is 3 root chakra cards. That's a lot. This is a lot that's testing your foundation right now. Call in your ancestors. Johnie, you look kind of,
I don't have anything. I didn't pull cards, actually.
So, Johnie, so
I told you I was over here. Because, I've been drawing cards for every one of the signs, and the messages always coincide. This one has nothing to do with nothing y'all just said.
That's okay.
This was, because this was a personal attack, and I'm not okay with this right now. It says, I have a balanced relationship with time. I use time well. This is a personal attack, and I am not okay. And then it says, happening quickly, which means means it's actually, so here's the personal attack. Okay. I have never ever had a good relationship with time, because I went to the school of procrastination and graduated with flying colors. And if it is possible to not do something right now, I will not do it. If it is deadlined, I will do it. If it is up to me, it will never get done. And this happening quickly is kind of like the middle finger to me right now, because it's not happening quickly. This is like the other middle finger, and I do not have a balanced relationship with time. It is way out of whack. It is not balanced at all. I hate appointments because it's a make me do something type of thing, but I love schedules at the same time. This Gemini mind, it goes in 2 different directions. So yeah, I have nothing. That was for me, basically. Because I have things that I need. Well, excuse me. I have things that I should be doing when I have free time, and I don't do it. Like I mean, hell, my Oracle cards. I have two now that I should have been working on. I have a script I'm supposed to be writing. I have no, that's one, two, three that I should have been writing. There's a song I was supposed to be writing. I haven't done none of that. You know what I've done? Nothing. I don't have a good relationship with time because I don't have a urgency. I don't have that sense of urgency. Even if I was on my deathbed, I probably still wouldn't because it doesn't really matter to me that much. Because if it really mattered, one of those things where if you're really sick and tired, you'll get out of it. No, I don't have an urgency to do things. So
You'd be the only person who stymies death.
Yeah.
You go, you know what? I can't do it right now. Come back later.
I'm dying, so no, it's all right. I'll do it tomorrow.
But sweetie, you're about to die.
I'll do it in
I don't
heaven.
feel like it.
To you. I'll mail it from heaven. I'll postmark it and everything. Jesus will bring it by. He has a donkey. Nobody else has a car.
I'm getting that way as I get older. And it's something I had to train myself. Many therapists have trained me to do. Because as a child, I had childhood trauma. And so my response is everything has to be done. It's got to be this and right now and blah, blah. So part of my conditioning to get out of the trauma response is that, does it really have to be done now? Or is that a narrative you're telling yourself? And can you take a moment and just breathe? And can you reprioritize what actually needs to? Because you should, the best therapist ever tell me, Adrian, you should yourself to death.
Mm-hmm.
Should be doing this. I should be doing that. The only thing you should be doing is just motherfucking breathing sometimes.
Breathe.
And see, that was my motto for a long time. Anybody start a sentence with "you should" or "you have to," then my quip is, "I don't have to do nothing but stay black and die." That's the only thing I got to do.
It's the only thing.
Blank, blank.
God, I haven't heard that in a long time. I do not
That's
that.
all I got to do.
It's the only thing you got to do. So as I'm getting older, it's definitely more of does it really need to be done right at this moment? Or is this a mind game you're playing on yourself to get it done? Because that's a trauma response and you're afraid of an imaginary consequence for not doing something at this exact moment that does not exist.
I know another one of my problems is this why this came up. I was looking at it again. This happening quickly. Everything that I want to do, when I start to do it, I do it quickly and it's done. When I actually started to work on the Oracle deck, it took 2-3 days and I was completely finished. Now, mind you, I need to go back and do this and do that, but I was done. Like I was where I was wanting to be. And so like learning the tarot cards, I read the book in one day type of thing. And it's like everything that I want to do, I do fast, but it is hard to get me to even get the first step going. So that was a personal attack. We can move on now.
But it was a good message, though.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were talking, Johnie, I pulled these cards for you. Universal energy, creativity, limitless. That's your wisdom, because there's the wisdom is you don't have to do it. Then you do it when it actually moves you. You do it when you say, when I have something that I really want to do, I do it. So then now if it's the script or the book or the cards or whatever, just let the inspiration hit you. I'm not saying just let it go. I'm just saying if the inspiration isn't there, don't try to push it, because then it doesn't come out the way you want it. Right. So because, take your time, and that will always help your self-esteem and build that up, because you're not, you're joking around, and it's not about you tearing yourself down because you don't like to stick to this schedule or that schedule or whatever. It's about you just feeling the energy, feeling that creative, universal energy. And that's what it's really about. So when it's time, and you will know when it's time to do it, you will do it, because that's the kind of person you are.
That makes sense too, because that is true.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yep. Sagittarius, we're almost there. We've got 2 more, Sagittarius and then Capricorns. Thank you guys for hanging in there with us. We appreciate it. Thank you to all the super chats. I pray and command, I speak it into existence, that generosity is returned to you tenfold immediately. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to everybody watching. Thank you for all just being here and hanging out with us tonight. I really appreciate it. So thank you to Toni. Thank you to Johnie. I love how I couldn't do that for months, and then now I'm just like, wow.
Good job.
Thank you guys.
Sagittarius. Sag.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh. Oh, well, hell. Well, now.
Well.
Again, don't shoot the messengers on this one.
Oh, jeez. Okay. These little puppy dogs. Okay. Let's pull one of these. Or 2 of these. Okay. So, Sagittarius. There is a lot of energy, creative energy, that is at your disposal right now. A lot. And it has to do with speaking your truth. Speaking your truth, being the creative person that you are, and speaking your truth will put you in a place of connection to divine consciousness. I see that you have been going through it, but that's an ending and a beginning, and I have a celebration card at the end. So this month may be a little challenging, but speak your truth, remain present to your truth and your creativity, and you will come out with a celebration.
You definitely need to harness whatever that creative energy is so it does not come back to bite you in the butt. I feel like you haven't been using it either. You using, yeah, of course, because you're okay. Never mind. I'm speaking to Sagittarius. Of course they don't. You use your sacral chakra. I love Sagittarius. Don't shoot the messenger. Y'all use your sacral chakra for the reproductive benefits of the sacral chakra, but sometimes you forget that the sacral chakra is the house for some other things as well. Use that creativity. There's another branch of that house you need to dabble into right now. Be creative. There's something that needs to come, that, like Toni's saying, giving up something ending so something can create or start anew, right? Something can give birth is what I'm trying to say. Let that happen through that sacral chakra. Use that energy to manifest and make that happen. We also going to use these 2 together, love and inner harmony. There's something that you want to have, this peace and this inner harmony, and the answer and the antidote to that right now is going to be your heart chakra with love. Okay. I feel no peace there. I feel no strife, therefore there is none. I think is the saying. So hey, sometimes it may just be that simple. I choose not to give that strife that energy. Therefore, the love and the inner harmony will bloom. And when you get it, just be present. Make sure you're working on being present this month. Don't be behind you what happened because depression is reliving things in the past. Don't be anxious about stuff that doesn't happen in the future. Just be present right now. That's what I got for you guys.
So be present, use your heart chakra, take care of that heart chakra. Remember also, Sagittarius, making the right call. You have a decision that needs to be made. What is that decision? Gratefully, I surrender my struggle. Gratefully. There is something stronger than you that will take that on. Gladly. There are, okay. One of the oracle decks that I threw away was called Enchanted Map. And I could not, it wouldn't stick. But some of the ones did. And one that did said, be the change you want to see in the world type thing. It said, if you are dealing with the struggle and you're trying to get over a struggle, then let go. Because whatever it is you are struggling with, you are still struggling with it because you are holding on to it. Mm-hmm. It's fighting, but maybe it's trying to fight to get away. Maybe it's something that you need to let go. Whatever it is, it's doing harm to you, let it go anyway. Whatever it is. If it's doing harm, let it go. If it's not yours, let it go. If it belongs in a whole nother place and time, something from the past, let it go. You also have to keep in mind why it is you hold on to things. Do you not want to feel powerless? Do you not want to feel alone? Do you not want to feel like if I let this go, nothing else will come back? Gratefully, I surrender my struggle. Let it go. If you want love, be love. If you want freedom, be freedom. Let go of the struggle and move on. Making the right call. There you go.
Use the hotline. Beautiful messages, guys. All right, at 2 hours, 13 minutes, 23 seconds, we and 113 viewers, we are now finally at our last, but not least, Capricorn.
Oh, that's cute.
Hopefully we'll be nice and kind. You waited all night for us, so.
My brother's a Capricorn.
My brother-in-law is a Capricorn. They're very interesting.
Yes, they're very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. You know, it's that I have these cards. I have these cards here. And this is Capricorn, right? And it says on the back, it has all these things on the back. And it says the key word, the key phrase for Capricorns is I use. I think that's right.
That was pretty damn shady, Toni. Yeah, we know how you feel.
No, I mean, I love sometimes. It's like, oh, dude, come on, really?
Oh, that's too funny.
You can do that for yourself. You don't need me.
I love Capricorns, but you're a user.
Oh,
God.
There's beauty and truth, though.
My brother-in-law, and I've got like a friend that's a cat, but we're not like, I don't, they always have a facade.
That was my mother. She's a Capricorn. She always showed the brave face.
Yeah, I never see the dark, the shadow. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? For Capricorn, just put one card for that. Oh. So Capricorn, stay in the moment. Don't go in the past. Stay here. Stay here with us. Stay here with us in the moment. Don't travel to the past and go, remember when you and you didn't. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stay in the present. Stay in the present and practice forgiveness, because your heart chakra could use the work. Use the work. And it's about communication. You know, speak the words of truth and be honest and be straightforward and all of that. There's decisions that you have to make, and you should make them. Don't let anyone else make them, because your decisions are an expression of who you are. So don't go to the past. Stay here in the present and express yourself the way you want to. Don't let anyone else define you. So that's the theme for Capricorn.
Don't put baby in a corner.
Don't put baby in a corner, and stay out of the past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because you got to balance that, right? Like I said earlier, the past is depression, the future is anxiety. I need you to write this scale right now and just stay present. The goal for you, Capricorn, is to make this little guy that's dangly. Sorry.
Every time.
I just, I'm sorry. That was a really poor choice of words.
Why'd it have to be a little guy, Adrian?
And dangly.
The dog thought it was funny too.
And what got me started laughing was I was thinking the dangly thing in the back of my throat.
The punching bag.
Find the balance. Don't be this little guy right here. That's unbalanced. I'm actually crying. Okay, so
That's right, Joe Schmo.
okay. Love yourself too.
Who said that, Joe? Joe said big dope tango. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm Asbury.
I'm sorry. I got the hot flashes everywhere. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm hot everywhere. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I can't even, and I feel like everybody who waited, all the Capricorns who waited to the end, I screwed up for everybody. Y'all waited almost 2.5 god dog hours to hear your mess, hear your messages. And then I got to be like the dangly thing in the back of your throat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord.
And it said little guy dangle. I'm sorry. I apologize. I promise you can take me to nice places. I know how to behave. And I really am sorry, Capricorn, that you waited until the end to hear dangly thing and for us to be distracted. To make it up to you, next month I will start with Capricorn. Because I'm sorry. Find the balance. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the future. Live in the right now. That is your key. Okay. With this, there's some grief you need to get rid of. The grief is something like, I think, Toni, you were saying forgive yourself or something. Yeah, forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself is loving yourself. That heart chakra needs that help right now. Love yourself, okay? And the act of loving yourself too, get out of the self-loathing and the me and getting back into that we frequency. You actually do need to collaborate. That collaboration helps you remember that we're all connected. Maybe you need to share your feelings with the loved one. Maybe you just need to do something. There's something. Get with people. Get out of solitary. Stop being so solitary right now, and be with others. I got through it. I'm about to go on mute and put myself on punishment.
So here's 2 pieces of advice. Not advice, but just something to keep in mind. 1, every crowd is not a group. Just because you see a bunch of people together does not mean they are together. They just happen to be in the same spot at the same time. Everybody going in your direction is not traveling with you. That means they are not there to help you. They are not there to guide you. They are doing their own thing and going in their own direction. You also need to put the blinders on. Don't let people deter you from your goal this month. Tuning out distractions. You need to know who is for you in that crowd to make a group. You need to know who is for you in that direction so that you can know that you are going in the right place. I flow towards my goal. I am strong, protected as I go. So whatever it is that you are working on this month, every crowd is not a group. Figure out the ones who are going to help you, keep them with you, put the blinders on for everybody else. I don't care what it is you are trying to do. Somebody has got something negative to say. Jesus Christ wants to save the whole world from sin and condemnation. And they say, you can't do that. You walk on water. I mean, big whoop. You know, I can eat drink 3 Dr. Peppers and burp the alphabet. I got talents too. So it's like, so does not matter what you're working on. Somebody is always against you. Find your tribe and get it done.
That's true with anything. That's true with life. Amen. And with that, guys, that's your August. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to all the super chatters. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you, Toni. Thank you, Johnie. I appreciate you both so very much. Please check out Toni next Tuesday for her Toni at 2 at Toni. Toni's at 2s and 2s at Toni's. On her channel, if you have not subscribed, please go subscribe to Shining Hawk Healing. Johnie and I will see you this Saturday evening at 7 o'clock on my channel with the amazing Jody Roberts. We're doing Mama Earth Energy Part 2. Until then, take care of yourselves first and foremost. Then and only then can you take care of others, because we got a lot of work we need to do collectively. Okay? See you guys next time. Bye.